I feel so full and fulfilled by having you here. I feel so honored that you would listen to my voice, to be inspired, to understand, to have compassion for me and my ideas. And this is why I asked for tonight to just take the idea of nature one step further. I spoke to you about my magnetic field, about my aura, which connects to the netherworlds. I spoke to you about my belly, about my lava. And everything is so divinely integrated. I want to tell you about my spirits. I have soul. I have consciousness. I am an entity. But I have friends that live with me, as you would live in harmony with your pets. We don't like to call them pets, but it's a word you use. With the sacred creatures that share your house, your home, your space. I share my space with these beautiful beings who have come into creation, into being by mere thoughts. Some were my thoughts, my needs, how I needed my trees, my water, my air to be protected, to be guided, just as your angels guide you. And some of them came into being through human thoughts or animal thoughts. And that is why some are very pure and harmonize easily with nature, and some are a bit more difficult, like naughty children. But I love them all, and they all have purpose. And the more I guide them into having purpose, the more they rejoice at being present. But they struggle with your cities being built. They struggle with waterways being polluted, with the ecosystem being brought into unbalance. So lots of them are retreating deeper and deeper beneath my crust into a world which you don't know is a very, very secret dimension. And some might think it's a lower dimension. And I might say the vibration is a bit lower than the 3D world. But it's a space in which there is rest. It is almost a place where they go into stasis until they are needed again. And they are affected by human thought and human actions. And that is why I'm calling to you to show up and to interact with different parts of my world, to get to know different spirits and to call to them, to bless them, to be with them. And as you are being guided and taught to live in symbiosis with my creatures, finding a way where the creatures and humans can live in harmony without destruction and fear, it is the same for these spirits. And those of you who have met with me in Ireland who have met some of the goddesses and gods that have retreated, the Fae. They have retreated from a world where the humans took over, started destroying. And they work silently with the trees, the rocks. When you go to an ancient rock, you will feel its personality. You will feel its being. And you will feel when you touch it, when you connect your consciousness to it, that it will come to the surface to see who's there. Almost like you would go to the door to see who's knocking. And they perceive you very deeply. And they know whether you are good or bad. They know what you carry within you and your vibration, and whether you mean them harm or not. And this is why we are guiding you to purity, deeper and deeper into awareness and consciousness, so that you would be like a tree walking upon the earth, so that you would be like a drop of water flowing to the ocean. And you will know that you are one with everything that is, also with the unseen. Humans are so scared to pass over into a world of spirit, into the unknown. Yet for centuries, you have been passing through that veil constantly. There is so much to know, to understand, to find. And you have lived so deeply in touch with this energy in your pagan lives, in your first lives on earth, where you knew the personalities of the trees around your house, where you knew the needs of every little thing. What an insect come to tell you even. And this is available to you now. So tonight is actually a plea to love them, to call them into your arms and show them that you are of pure intent and that you are willing to listen and be present on their vibration. So many of them feel lost, without purpose. You can give them purpose again. And just simply by radiating love and understanding towards your natural world, to be able to sit still and listen, you will hear them speaking to you. And they are very curious. Just the mere thought that you want to connect to them will bring them to your side. They have so much wisdom to teach you, for they are all ancient beings, ancient, beautiful beings. We cannot afford for them to lose their purpose. We cannot afford for them to detach from my being, because they are extensions of me. They are thought forms born of me and my creatures and my human children. Invite them in. Invite them into your space, and they will bring joy, and they will bring beauty, and you will see your garden blossoming in ways that you have not seen before. Awareness is everything. Presence, communication, understand. And I want to include into this the spirits of animals that do not exist in physical form anymore. And many of you call these animals species that have died out. And then there are also the animals that you cannot even believe existed, that you now think is part of fantasy and made up. But they still exist in the other dimensions. The energy of the dragons, the unicorns, the pegasi, the merman. So many even forgotten in your stories. But again, this year will bring truth. So many things will be found that you will forget what you thought was your reality. You will have to find a whole new way. And this is why I want to invite you to be open to experience these energies already, so that your vibration can be in harmony with the discoveries, so that you will not be shocked or lose your mind with everything that will come forth. Be ready to allow yourself to know, to understand. And most of all, the human race will finally know that they are not the most important species on Earth. Not by far. Not the most important, and also not in control. And this is why I want to educate you, because I love you. And I wish for you to evolve with me and with the changes. So I invite you to listen. I invite you to show up. I invite you to come into my stone circles and understand that the wisdom that lies there has been so dormant. And as it is activated by your presence, activated within you and around you, you are activating like a radio signal, inviting truth, inviting higher possibilities. And so when you do show up, when you do finally choose to believe, to join the pilgrimages, you cannot even imagine what you are investing in yourself and how your life will change, how your capabilities as a human being will change when you start interacting with things that you have known in lifetimes, hundreds and thousands of years. And that time is now. You are ready. And I'm there with you every step of the way. And that is why I'm excited, because you are already listening to me. You are already present and aware. And I feel such gratitude, because just by you starting to be aware, you are activating hundreds of people around you. The possibilities are in. We thank you and we love